Hey everybody, ABC 10 meteorologist Brendan Minchef here with a look at the weather this weekend. It's going to be absolutely perfect. I'm not going to waste any time here. We're going to jump right into it. Saturday afternoon, just sunny and seasonal. 67 in Sacramento, 67 in Elk Grove, 68 Stockton, 68 down in Modesto, 69 Manteca and Tracy, 67 Vacaville and Fairfield, 67 Colusa and Marysville, 50s to 60s in the foothills, upper 40s and low 50s in the high country, about 52 in Truckee on Saturday afternoon. Again, this weekend, just absolutely beautiful. If you're looking for something to do in Sacramento this Saturday evening, Sacramento Republic is opening up their season at Heart Health Park versus New Mexico United. You'll probably want the jacket with you. 58 degrees at kickoff, 55 by halftime. By the final whistle, looking at those low 50s. But I mean, honestly, you couldn't ask for better weather. It's really not going to be breezy. It's going to be completely clear. A very nice evening for some soccer or football, depending on what you call it. Now, look, the one thing this weekend is that it's going to be cold both mornings, 36 Saturday morning, 38 Sunday morning, so some patchy frost is possible. Not really expecting fog, but some patchy frost is, again, possible in the valley. But by the time you get to the afternoons, you're not even going to be thinking about the jackets. Close to 70 degrees on Sunday, so a touch warmer to end of the weekend than Saturday. Some clouds building in late on Sunday, but nothing that's going to impact your day. I guess the one thing that could impact your day, specifically on Sunday, is that it is daylight saving time. So we're moving those clocks forward 1 hour. Hopefully you don't have to get up early. You can sleep in. You'll just wake up maybe at 11 instead of 10. I'm not sure. But if you can sleep in, it really won't bother you that much. Now, the one thing, though, about that's obviously a pro and not a con is that our sunsets are moving an hour later. So Saturday, our sunset is at 6:06. On Sunday, our sunset is at 7:07. It's our first 7 p.m. sunset of the year. And you also see the day length here for Saturday, 11 hours, 39 minutes, 21 seconds. Sunday, 11 hours, 41 minutes, 51 seconds. So that's about 2.5 minutes longer. And every day in March, we're adding about 2.5 minutes of daylight in Sacramento. Now, these numbers are specifically for Sacramento, but honestly, across Northern California, it's going to be very similar, adding about 2.5 minutes of daylight. If you're curious, our first 8 p.m. sunset is May 3rd. We'll have 13 hours, 54 minutes, and 18 seconds of daylight. You also notice our days get longer on both ends, right? So sunrise at 6:05 on May 3rd, sunset at 8 p.m. The longest day of the year is the summer solstice, which is June 20th. Sunrise at 5:41 in the morning, sunset at 8:33 in the evening, almost 15 hours of daylight. That's 14 hours, 51 minutes, and 51 seconds of sunshine in Sacramento. That'll be on the summer solstice in mid to late June, on June 20th. So definitely longer days are ahead, but we're going to notice a big difference this weekend between Saturday and Sunday. Again, all because of daylight saving time, moving those clocks forward. Over the next 7 days, especially this weekend's going to be really nice. Monday, Tuesday's not bad either. Still mid to upper 60s, some clouds building in, but we do have a weather impact alert by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday. I'm expecting some heavy rain in the valley, heavy snow in the Sierra, and in addition to both of those things, strong winds across the region as well. So again, weather impact alert Wednesday and Thursday as of the recording of this video. Now, as we look at that long-range futurecast, again, this weekend is just going to be perfect. Some clouds out along the coast Sunday, late Sunday morning into the early afternoon. Then likely some clouds overspreading the region as we go through Monday. We'll call it right now a mix of sun and clouds. Both models, both major models, the American and the European, not completely sold on these clouds coming through. So we'll call it mix of sun and clouds for now. Similar setup on Tuesday, although we could see some light snow showers in the southern Sierra, basically Yosemite to the south. Not really expecting much in the Tahoe region on Tuesday. Just that's something that we're kind of watching. It's going to be the front end of this next system. That's why the forecast here is kind of like, we could see it, we might not see it on Tuesday. Wednesday, though, is when the bigger system definitely pushes in. We're going to see some heavy rain across the valley starting early Wednesday morning and heavy snow as well. And you see this just continues all day Wednesday. You even saw some of those yellow colors there in the valley indicating some of that heavier rain. Look at all the snow that we're going to be seeing from the southern Sierra to the central Sierra, all the way up into the southern Cascades, into the northern Sierra, even the coastal range, looking at some snow out of this storm. Snow continues through Thursday. Likely going to see rain continuing through Thursday as well. Models have kind of gone back and forth as to whether it's going to taper off Thursday or kind of keep going. As of the recording of this video, it does look like Thursday is going to be mainly wet. So that's why that's also now a weather impact alert Thursday. We will see this start to taper off on Friday, though. And next weekend may be mainly dry. We're just going to have to kind of wait and see. But definitely midweek is that next thing that we're watching as we go through this weekend and into the start of next week. I also want to point out the winds. So we're going to pick this up late Tuesday. You already see winds starting to pick up out of the southwest across the Sacramento Valley. But winds are only going to get stronger from there. By Wednesday morning, now we're seeing some pretty strong winds, southeasterly winds gusting upwards of about 20 miles per hour in the valley, gusting upwards of 35 miles per hour in the Sierra. You see this cold front coming in on Wednesday. This is going to drop our temperatures into those mid-50s, but it also means we're going to see some really strong winds out ahead of that front. So this is Wednesday at 3:30. The front's somewhere in the coastal range at this point on the model, but notice how strong our winds are out of the south. Over 30 miles an hour in the valley, over 40 to 50 miles per hour. That's that pink shade. You see that there in the high country. So Wednesday, rain, snow, and wind. So that means for the Sierra, blowing snow, greatly reduced visibility, whiteout conditions likely for Wednesday. You see here, South Lake Tahoe, 41 mile an hour wind gusts Wednesday evening. Front likely gets hung up a little bit in the valley trying to come through. That's going to prolong those southerly winds all the way into the early hours of Thursday morning. Then as that front finally passes through, we're going to see winds pick up behind that front out of the southwest. Not quite as strong as what we'll see Wednesday, but Thursday we'll continue to see stronger gusts upwards of 20 miles per hour in the valley. So again, rain, snow, and wind on the way for midweek. Now, we definitely need this rain, especially down in Southern California. As we look at the drought monitor from a couple of weeks ago, right, February 28th, 2025, the worst drought, obviously, the extreme drought down in Southern California. Here's what the latest one looks like. This is just updated March 6th, and you see that little sliver there? That's exceptional drought. This is the first time since December 2022 that we have exceptional drought in California. Now, up here in Northern California, there's really no drought. It's pretty much non-existent because we've really had the bulk of the rain and the snow this winter. Southern California has really struggled. And again, this little 0.73% of the state just illustrates how dry things have been, especially out along the Colorado River. Really, really struggled to get some rain down in that part of the state. You see statewide precip. This started October 1st. Which is the start of the water year. Needles, right, which is one of those towns right along the California-Arizona state line, along the Colorado River there. 0.07 inches of rain, 0.07 of an inch of rain since October 1st in Needles. Now, they typically don't get a ton of rain down there, of course, right? That area is desert, but still, you look at the departure from normal. At this point in the water year, Needles is down over 2.5 inches. San Diego down about 5.5 inches. LA over 5.5 inches. Then Santa Barbara over 8.5 inches below where they should be on the water year. So it's easy to see why Southern California's really been struggling for that rain, whereas it's a totally different story in Northern California. Yes, we're a little bit below average in Modesto, Stockton, Sacramento, San Francisco, South Lake Tahoe. But then you go up even further. Redding is 7.5 inches above normal. Eureka's 7 inches above normal. Places like Fort Bragg is above normal. So really, when you look at like Mendocino to the north, seen plenty of rain, seen plenty of snow. Everywhere basically south of somewhere like right here, has been drier than average. And then certainly as you work your way down the Central Coast into Southern California, things have been quite exceptionally dry. But I do have to say, our big reservoirs are up in the far northern part of the state. So the fact that we've seen the rain, we've seen the snow up in the far north is good, because that means our biggest water supply reservoirs are full. In fact, Shasta and Trinity and Oroville are all at least 80% full, and all are above average in terms of their capacity right now. Even the reservoirs further in Southern California are still holding water. So there's definitely water out there. We're definitely storing water. And then with this storm coming in, it's going to bring us some more, and it's going to bring us new snow as well. So statewide, it's a little early to talk totals exactly, but this will give us a little picture of the type of storm we're talking about. We're seeing rain from the state line with Oregon all the way down to the international border with Mexico there. The whole state getting in on this midweek storm. So this is good news, especially down in Southern California. Over the next several days, as we get closer to the midweek storm, we'll refine that rain and snowfall forecast for Northern California. But again, enjoy the weekend because it's just going to be absolutely perfect. 67 on Saturday, close to 70 degrees on Sunday, upper 60s, low 70s. Monday, Tuesday, we start to transition back to cooler, more unsettled weather, but still there's nothing necessarily wrong with the forecast here that's really going to impact your day. Just some building clouds. Wednesday, Thursday's weather impact alert because of that system coming in. The heaviest rain is likely going to be on Wednesday, but we will have essentially 48 hours of some pretty impactful weather across Northern California. System tapers off on Friday, and then we're likely going to see this period between systems as we enter the weekend. Of course, once we're talking 9-10 days out, this particular part of the forecast is prone to change quite a bit. So this weekend's great. What we're really keeping an eye on is midweek, so be sure to stay with ABC 10 for the very latest on that. And be sure to download the ABC 10 Plus app. If you liked this forecast, this extended forecast, you'll like what we've got on the app. We've got a lot more of these. We've got weather explainers. We also have weather, climate, water, and fire specials, all under the weather playlist on ABC 10 Plus. You can download that Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, your smart TV, basically wherever you stream. It's live, it's local, it's always on. And again, the best part is it's free. Thanks for watching.